This one is 2.
Yes.
The next one is
Yes.
What about 7?
Okay. Fill in the boxes. Don't yell them out. Fill in the boxes. How hard is this?
Like grade 1.
Grade 1. This is grade 9. This is the beginning of algebra. Now with the boxes there, it feels like grade 1. Does everybody have the numbers in the first 4 boxes?
Yeah.
Another way is to just make your cake.
Okay, do a check. Did you get 6?
Yeah.
When X
Did you get 2?
Some books.
4.
2.
Oh.
6 again.
What?
4, what is what?
Pero es negativo.
6 minus 5 is 1.
When X
Think
Oh,
about
es
it.
verdad.
Everybody say 3 tunes.
Bro.
You say 2. No, say 2.
When X
Do it
is
too.
1,
Dos.
what is what?
No, can you say no on English?
Yes.
2.
5,
2 times. Oh, wait, 2.
when X is 2.
Okay, so how do we do this in algebra? In algebra, I mean, in algebra they could have wrote a box all the time, but instead we use a variable. We use an X or a Y or any letter we want. So check this out. This one and this one in the green box here, these are exactly the same. This is saying 3 plus something is 5. What does the X have to equal?
Now,
2.
from here,
Instead of writing the number in the box,
if it's 2, what do you?
we write an X instead, and then we figure out that the X is 2,
3 times.
right? This one you already figured out. What does the Y have to equal to make that true? 6.
How do you
What
do
does the
this?
R have to equal to make this true? 2. And what does the P have to equal to make this true? 6. This is algebra. Is it hard so far?
No.
Okay, I like this a lot. Now, what we do in algebra is we make things more and more and more complicated. Eventually, I'm going to give you one like things like this. Okay,
2 over 1 is 2.
3 times x minus 4 is 10. Can anybody tell me what x is? It's not 2.
Oh, wait, no. 4.
It's not
2
4.
negativo. 2 negativo.
On English.
It's a tricky one, eh? I made this tricky on purpose.
Y 2
So it
negativo.
has to be 14.
Oh, I get it.
3 times.
That's
impossible.
It's not impossible.
Yes.
The answer is a fraction. I'm just giving you a hint.
2 negativo.
But I heard something already that was an ingenious move for solving this. Okay? Somebody said
2
they knew
negativo.
what this had to equal.
Which makes sense.
What does that have to equal?
It has to equal 14.
It has to equal 14. Why did you know that?
This is a
Because 14 minus 4
the
is
whole
10.
formula.
Does it make sense that if it's going to equal 10, that has to be 14?
I'll tell you this.
Okay? So what we're going to learn in this unit is that kind of strategy. You recognize that? What did he do in his head? He basically said, well, if I move this over to the other side, the opposite of subtracting 4 is adding 4. I know this green box had to be 14. Because if I add 4 here, this would go away. If I add 4 here, this would be 14. Now, what's the opposite of multiplying by 3? Dividing by 3. So I specifically chose one. The answer to this is 14 thirds. That is our answer. 14 divided by 3, 4.6667. If you round to 3 decimal places. Okay? So one of the things I want you to do is I want you to look at equations. This is super important for mathematical skills. I want you to be able to do what you did right here. You looked at this and said 3 plus something is 5. What does x have to be? 2. I want you to be able to look at it and try to figure it out. However, I'm going to tell you that sometimes you're gonna have ones like this, you're going to look at them and you're gonna be like, that's not 4. It's not, like you try whole numbers first and it doesn't work. So when those tougher ones come, we need a strategy. And the strategy that we're going to use is an idea based on if this is equal, what you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other side of the equation. So in this first example, I'm super happy. You can just look at it and say x equals 2. Perfect. But the strategy that we're going to realize is, well, if I do something to one side of the equation, I do it to the other, what would get rid of a 3? Getting rid of a 3 would be subtracting 3. Because that's the opposite of adding 3. And if I subtract 3 on this side, I'd have to subtract 3 on this side. What's 5 minus 3? 2. And this side would just have x left. And I get x equals 2 that way as well. That's a method. Okay? If you can see it, perfect. But we need to be able to see it and also be good at the method, which I don't think is that hard. The method is always doing the opposite. So when we got to this complicated one with the method, we're like, what's the opposite of subtracting 4? Adding 4. And if I add 4, do you see that the 4 and the minus 4 would be 0? That would go away, but on this side, I get 10 plus 4, which is 14. Which is what Logan said, I'm trying to solve it. I know that the 3x has to equal 14 because he could see that 14 minus 4 is 10. Mathematically, we can show that by adding the 4 to both sides, and then I get 3x equals 14. Then, what's the opposite of multiplying by 3? I would divide this side by 3 and divide this side by 3. And 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I'm just left with 1x. And then I got the x by itself. And the answer to this question was actually 14/3. But this is like level 4. Level 3, level 4 question. We start off with level 1, right? Level 1 are these ones. The idea being, like this is level 1. This one's actually, this one's technically a level 2 question. Because 8 minus something equals 2. I'm glad you could see it. In fact, if you can see it and write y equals 6, perfect. But this one, if we do opposites, it actually takes us 2 steps. This 8 is a positive 8. Right? What's the opposite of positive 8? Negative 8. So above here, I'm going to write minus 8 on this side. And I'm going to write minus 8 on this side. Remember the integers we did in first semester? Just wait, Ruben. The integers we did in first semester, super important to be able to do this 2 minus 8. I'm still left with, I'll keep it in blue. I'm still left with the y, and I'm still left with the negative sign there. 8 minus 8, this will be 0. Sometimes people stroke it out to show that it went away. Here, 2 minus 8 will give me negative 6. I'll be with you in a second. And then, how do you get rid of a negative? Put your goggles on. This is technically like a negative 1 out in front. It's a negative 1 times y. What's the opposite of negative 1 times something? We're going to need to divide by negative 1. This is level 2 because this, again, that'll be 1, giving me just the y. And negative 6 divided by negative 1 is?
Negative divided by negative.
6 divided by 1 is 6, and it will be positive. That's a lot more work in that question using the steps. I'm glad you could see it right away. That would be a level 2 question because we had to combine like terms to do one step, but then we still had to divide as well to get another step. And we're going to learn the basic rule that what you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other side of the equation.
Yo,
JR, might not be good.
Restop the text.
what's that?
Like, how bad is this? Oh my god.
Your weather.
Okay, these are all examples of Here we go,
Yeah,
highlight
yeah.
this. Linear equations. This is what we're solving. We're solving equations that are lines. Okay? So to solve a linear equation, we need to find the number that makes it work. Again, sometimes you can just look at it, and we're also going to learn techniques. Part 1. Step 1, one-step equation where we use adding and subtracting to figure out the equation. We could use algebra tiles. I'm going to try to think of us as not using algebra tiles as much, but we could. And an equation is like a balance. If you had a teeter-totter like this or a balance, if you put the same weight on both sides, it would be completely flat, right? If you put more weight on one side than the other, then it tips and it's no longer equal. So what we're told right now is on this balance, x plus 4 is equal to 6. In algebra tiles, that means I could take an x and add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Wow. There we go. On that side, I have x plus 4. On the other side of the equal side, I have 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
If you
5, 6. This is the idea of an equation. It's completely balanced at this time. First of all, you can look at this. Can someone tell me what x is just by looking at it? Something plus 4 equals 6.
Oh, 2.
It's 2. Okay? So first of all, I'm really happy that you can look at this and solve it. I'm not going to get you to draw these little balance things, but in this idea, if I went to this side and I took this off, what would happen? It would fall down, right? If I take off 1 on this side is now heavier. It doesn't balance anymore. So like this is when it's balanced. I actually wish it was animated. I could take the 1 off and it would tip. It would start tilting, right? Okay. But does it make sense that if I take off 4 of these ones, I'd have to take 4 on that side off? Sort of like Indiana Jones. If you take 4 and 4 off, it would stay balanced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. I'm going to take off 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. It would still be balanced.
yes.
And now what does my equation look like? Mathematically, what I did here is I subtracted 4 on this side and I subtracted 4 on this side. When I subtracted 4 on this side and 4 on that side, does it make sense that this side only had an x left? And this side only has 2 left, and that solves our equation. It's like a balance act that way. Okay? That's an idea to visualize it. Really good that you can see that x equals 2 right away. But the balancing act says, I started with x plus 4 on this side and 6 on this side. I want to get this x by itself. What would I have to do? I'd have to take off 4 on this side. I have to take off 4 on the other side. That's our mathematical step. So what I want you to be able to do is, if you can, I want you to look at it. I want you to look at it, not yourself, and if you can see it, perfect. But I also want you to be able to do the step where you say, what I do to one side, I take off 4 on this side, I take off 4 on the other side, and that gets the x by itself. Check out the second one. This side, I have x minus 6. Oh my goodness. It's a little bit of, I'm glad I didn't use minus 10. That side's x minus 6. This other side is 4. Can you look at it and tell me what the answer should be? What's x? Okay. Everybody, don't say it out loud yet. Everybody look at it and figure it out in your head. What's x? Something minus 6 is 4.
Plus 10.
Don't say it out loud. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Stupid you are.
Oh my goodness. Ruined it for every. Do you see that it's 10?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So easy.
Okay.
How did I avoid it?
How would
Now the math. What cancels out a minus 1?
Plus 1.
Right? So if I put a positive 1 on this side, these would cancel out and go away, right? But if I put a positive 1 on that side, I'd have to put a positive 1 on this side. How many times am I going to have to do that? Another one here, 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 another one there, another one here, another one there, and another one there, and another one there.
Well, I mean, typically, you'll.
Cancel these, cancel those, cancel those, cancel those, cancel those. I'm left with just the X. How many am I left with on this side? 10. So mathematically, you're not going to want to draw these little scales every time, obviously, it's a no need. Mathematically, what we would show is the opposite of subtracting 6 is adding 6. But if I add 6 to this balanced side, to keep it balanced, I have to add 6 to the other side. This becomes 0, giving me just X. 6 plus 4 gives me 10. There's my answer. So the math way is what you do to one side, you do to the other side. So the math way is me showing the little plus 6 in green, the little plus 6 in green, and getting 10. Okay?
Yeah. ¿Y por qué siempre tiene que ser negativo el 6 y el otro también o positivo?
You always have to, if you want to get rid of something, you have to do the opposite. So if it's minus 6, the opposite is plus 6. Because then it gets rid of it on the side. If you have plus 4, what do you have to do to get rid of them? You have to subtract 4.
Okay.
Okay, so we always are doing the opposite. Let's look at this next one. First of all, look at it. See if you can see the answer, but not say it out loud. What X is. Just look at it. 3 plus something is 7.
Easy. Those are my easy items.
You got it?
I already see it.
Okay. Did you get 4?
Yes.
Perfect. With the balance, what does this mean? I have 3.
I just want to get
1, 2,
Well,
3. And I have X on this side. And on this side I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I want the X by itself on the left, does it make sense I'd have to take away the 3 ones? Mathematically, we would show that as the opposite of plus 3 is minus 3. Okay? And if I subtract 3 on this side, I'd have to subtract 3 on this side. So if I take away these 3, 1, 2, 3, I have to take away 3 on this side. 1, 2, 3. On my scale, what's left? X on one side, 4 on the other. Mathematically, if I subtract the 3, that'll be 0. So on this side, I'm just left with X. 7 minus 3, that's 4. That's the math part, showing that work. What's crazy in this, even though this is like, how many of you saw this super easy that the answer is 4? Once you do enough of these with easy and hard ones, you will just automatically go, oh, subtract 3, subtract 3. You'll show that work eventually because it'll just become a habit. Okay, next one. Well, actually, there's, how many here do I have for you to try on your own? 3? I want you to do these 3. I want you to answer it in your head. Then show the algebra tiles on the scale.
yeah.
Then show the math work above. What are you going to do? You're going to subtract 5, subtract 5.
Yeah.
1 second, I'm going to pause the video. Here's the picture. Can you write out what this equation is? And can you write out the equation and tell me what X is?
Oh, wait.
It's my $5.
Those two sides are equal.
My $5.
It's under there.
It's so easy, wait.
It is so easy.
I thought it was gonna be more complicated.
We're on the work.
Okay, here's the equation, right? This side has an x plus 2. This side has 3. Can someone tell me what x is?
Yes,
X
it's
is
one.
1. You didn't. Okay, let's look at the next one. Everybody got this written down? Dayton, did you write this one down already? You got this? Or did you? Noel, did you write this one down?
Oh, that one?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
You didn't realize I turned the page?
Why you say en salsa? Oh.
Okay. Here's the second one. Oh, I have the answer.
Oh, thank you.
I erased it quick. What do the equations look like? This one's harder to see than the first one. Okay, but on this side, what do I have? I have x subtract 4. On the other side, what do I have? I have positive 4. Something subtract 4 is 4. Positive 8 is the answer.
0.
The math
Zero.
way of showing it is
Zero
what
is
is the
from zero.
opposite of subtracting 4? Adding 4. Adding 4. That gets my x by itself. 4 plus 4 is 8. There's the answer. So with the negatives, it gets a little bit trickier than just positive numbers to see the answer. But the idea is the same. Okay, so what we have, I'm gonna just quickly, what we have on the next page is a bunch of questions. If you showed your work, you would do -3, and then you'd get 8. Maybe you would look at this one and say something plus 3 is 11, you know it's 8. Something -5 is 5, you maybe know it's 10, but showing your work would be +5 and +5. Something -10 is 3. You might see that it's 13, but showing your work opposite of subtracting 10, add 10 to both sides, then you would get 13. Something +4 is -8. This one in particular is hard because you're getting into the negatives. So this might be one I really want to show my work. -4 and -4 to get the x by itself. -8 minus 4 is -12. Think on your number line. You're at -8. Subtracting means you're going back 4 more. You're going to end at -12.
Yeah, then I have a question.
Yes, what is your question?
¿Y por qué el 13 dice Y?
So in C here, you have y minus 10. The opposite of minus 10 is add 10. Add 10, add 10. What is 3 plus 10? 13. And third check it. Is 13 minus 10 3? Yes. That's another nice thing about these questions. When you get an answer, you can go back to the original equation and check it to see if you're right. Okay? So, I have your first worksheet. It's going to be due tomorrow after the quiz. So that means you can take it home and get it done tonight if you'd like. If you finish your quiz early, you have something to work on tomorrow.
Yo.
For the last one.
Igor, you play craft, oh yeah?
Yes, I am sometimes.
You have a hero?
You have